What do you do when your slip is hanging? Funny question, I know, but I grew up in Florida, and my elders used that saying when someone appeared to have it all together, and then something happened they did not want the world to see. That was me. I had been single and celibate for 11 years until I met my now husband. I dressed nice, smelled nice. I had conquered the Air Force and retired as a single mom. I had a nice vehicle, good friends, and people labeled me as a good friend and person. I had all the external things that gave me the image that I thought I wanted to convey. Then in November of 2012, the storm came, the wind blew, and the me I thought I had known and loved would change forever. And not by choice. Suddenly and without warning, my slip was about to hang. I found myself between a rock and a hard place when the doctor called me in for mammogram results. Oddly enough, she asked me, "What do you think your results are?" I said, "Well, it can't be good since they would not give them to me over the phone." She stated that was her normal protocol to have the patient come in and talk to her no matter what the results were. She then looked me in the eyes and said, "I'm sorry, but you have breast cancer stage 2, and the surgeons want to operate as soon as possible." I remember how the tears streamed down my face. On the inside, I kept asking, "Me? Are they sure? Me?" The doctor hugged me tightly and told me it would be all right, and someone would be contacting me soon to schedule surgery. As I walked out into the hot Arizona sun, my thoughts and my heart went immediately to my husband, Vaughn. We'd only been married 5 years at this point. He was a widower whose first wife of 13 years, Yolanda, had died in 2004 due to complications from ovarian cancer. I never once thought of death, but 2 big balloons of concern floated in my mind. First, not only did my husband have to go through this with his first wife's cancer treatment and death, but now his second wife had cancer too. And secondly, how was my body going to change? Would I lose my hair? One or both of my breasts? Would nausea, weight loss, loss of energy, and who knew what else would plague me? And what would other people think? You know, when the big C word is said to someone, whether the patient or anyone else hearing it, more often than not, people immediately assign a death sentence. I called my mom and my sister, and I talked with my husband, and their reactions were far from what I'd expected. They immediately began to speak faith, not fear, the complete opposite of what their first response would have been in times past. It blessed me how much their faith had grown, and I knew that I could count on their support. As I shared with them my questions and concerns, what I heard was, "All is well. Faith, not fear." And to this day, I have not thought any differently. When I finally called my husband, he voiced what I'd already heard from my sister and mom: "All is well. We will get through this." My heart ached for him, and the fact that he would once again be thrown into the role of provider and caregiver. But something on the inside knew that if I had to go through this, then he is the one that I wanted by my side. Our daughter Brittany had told us just a few weeks earlier that she was pregnant with our first grandchild, so it took several days before I shared my diagnosis with her. Since then, we now have 2 beautiful grandchildren. Our little prince Noel, who's 3, and our little princess Aria, who's 1. While there are so many things that have taken place throughout all of this, I can truly say that God and His Word, coupled with the friends and family and even complete strangers placed in my path, have been a source of strength and encouragement. My journey after diagnosis began with a lumpectomy in December of 2012, and 2 weeks later I was told that there were more cancer cells and that I would need an additional surgery. So 28 days after my first surgery, I was under the knife again, having a mastectomy. I finished chemotherapy that summer and then began several months of radiation. It has taken a series of 5 surgeries to put Patchwork Patty, my affectionate name for myself, back together again. My testimony is that through all of this, I can still smile. My faith never wavered. I am so very thankful for the friends, the family, and the co-workers and strangers I have met along the way. So now it's my turn to pay it forward. Cancer treatment stripped away a lot of layers of the me I thought I needed to be. Now with the new me, I work harder at trying to pay attention to life and to those around me. My second act after my journey has allowed me to become a life coach for women who have areas in their lives where they are stuck, distracted, unfocused, unsure, and even unmotivated to change. Through Healing Hearts Ministry, I offer my services to those in my local church and those referred to me who do not attend. I found that sickness and disease are not the only distractors that cause us to get off track and lose our identity and our purpose. We as women spend so much time caring for others that we fail ourselves. I have a friend who found herself in that rut for a while, and when she ran across a book called The Intentional Woman by an author in Arizona, she introduced me to the book. Together we were so impressed by how it was impacting our own lives that we created a group that will be coming together for 6 weeks, helping women unpack their issues, find the power of their story, and help them to live out loud. While I find it very rewarding to help others, I in no way profess to have it all together. What I do profess is that I refuse to stay down, and I will always fight to get back up and find a second act. So what did I do with the slip of mine that was hanging? I wave it now as my flag. My reminder that what I thought mattered doesn't. And what I was concerned that people would see is exactly what they need to see. I am a walking testimony that no matter what comes your way, you can weather the storm.